Happy Sunday everyone, and in today's topic of personality hacks on Sunday, I'm going to talk to you about books, how to learn and why learning is important in life, what are the benefits of book actually. We'll talk about it, and as all UPSC aspirants, you are supposed to read a lot kind of books, whether you like or you don't like. It is a basic part of your process, and I will talk about how to make it interesting, why should you read apart from UPSC perspective, why learning is important in life. We will cover all these topics in this video, and I think that this video will be useful in making your process much more smoother, as well as I hope it will energize your preparation in some way or the other. Without any further delay, let's get into the topic and speak on how learning is important in life. To start with books, what do books actually do? Do you think the biggest wealth that you can acquire from a book is knowledge or facts? First of all, I want you to get clear of the idea. I don't think that the biggest wealth that a book can give you is all about knowledge part, because the biggest gift that a book can do you is to make you think. Actually, it is to make you think. For example, let's take some of the books that we might have come across in your life. Take it from your UPSC perspective. You can talk about the Lakshmikant that you're reading through, or you can take from a very normal man's perspective if you're reading some kind of books like the Mahatma Gandhi's My Experiments with Truth, or books of great writers like George Orwell's 1984, Animal Farm, or Arundhati Roy's book of The Broken Republic, or some kind of books if you have been a book follower, or if you are an UPSC aspirant reading Lakshmikant, or reading economic development, Indian economic development, as we have seen in the previous videos. The knowledge part that you gain is something that you can use it to fetch marks, but the greatest achievement of a book is not to give you knowledge, or is not to give you some raw facts. Then what does a book do to you is to make you think. Because I will tell you, as humans we are born free, but we are grown up in chains is a statement given by an ethical philosopher. Let's not go deep into it, but I'll tell you. But as we grow, we develop a lot of stereotypes, dogmas, superstitions, a lot kind of things that might not be rational in nature. For example, I will give you a simple reason that I am wearing blue today, but generally it is said that pink is something that women love and blue is something that men love. That is not always applicable. So does the kind of respect that we give to different people, the kind of casteism that is prevalent in today's society even. So casteism has evolved over a long period of time, but still we have modern day casteism where, in matrimony sites we ask for particular community people. So casteism is not dead, untouchability is not dead. We say that untouchability is dead, casteism is dead, but we don't want the blood of other person to get into our community, and still we find casteism in modern matrimony. So how far have we come, how rational have we become as a society is something that a book does to you. It will make you question a lot, it will make you think a lot. For example, let's come to the UPSC perspective itself. We know that in Constitution, the Article 14 talks about right to equality, be it in equality of treatment, be it in equity times also. Is that really prevalent in Indian society? Your mind starts to think. Your mind knows that right to free education is a fundamental right, but when you see people begging at streets, you will ponder upon it's a fundamental right. Then why are we not so? Can we fire PIL, public interest litigation? So there are a lot of stuffs that your mind will think upon. A good book will always make you think, and the greatest asset that a book can give you is to make you think. As humans, we all make our minds idle, and an idle mind is a devil's workshop, because that is when we think of a lot of things and make a lot of mistakes in life and a lot of mischiefs in others' life. A good book will always make you think and take rational decisions. A good book will not give you knowledge and ask you to do this in this kind, but it will rather tell you what to do and what not to do, not by itself but by making you think. The thinking power as well as becoming rational comes with books. So books are a biggest friend that you can have, be it in your childhood, be it in your adulthood, or be it when you die. The biggest best friend that you can have in your time will be books. As UPSC aspirants, by knowing or by not knowing, you have been pulled into studying, you have been pulled into books. Take that as a greatest achievement of your preparation itself, because a lot of people, be it I think a lot of UPSC aspirants itself have a big concern about reading books. Are they really good? Why should I read so many books? Why should I study? These are the general perspectives that we as humans have, because we always think of reading a book just to gain information from it. But understand that a book's purpose is not to make you knowledgeable, but rather to make you wise. There is a biggest line of difference between being wise and being knowledgeable. I think the greatest book can give you wisdom rather than knowledge, and try seeking wisdom from books rather than knowledge. And I hope this video is somewhat helpful to you in thinking of more about books and how to read books. And whenever you start preparing for UPSC examination, don't only gather knowledge but try to become wise. And learning is a beautiful process when you apply it to life. I always use this in my mind when I feel it is drowsy at times, because that will help me push further. Because whatever you learn in life, you see in life, right? Learning actually is divided into two processes. One thing you can say rote learning or book learning. The second one is through experience. Whenever you utilize something you learned into experience, it will give you very fruitful results even in your day-to-day life. I'll give you a very simple example of this itself. I don't know how many of you have heard about the law of diminishing marginal utility in economics, or let's not go deep into it. Let's talk about the law of demand and supply. So what does this general demand say about law of demand and supply? You always should make a balance between the demand and supply so that the market condition will be correct or stable. Whenever there is a mismatch between any two things, what will happen? People will suffer as price will go high or price will come deep down, that the production will suffer. For example, today I am producing 10 kgs of apples and there is a demand for 10 kgs of apples. Everybody is getting it at 10 rupees. That is my cost of production. Let's say that I use fertilizers, I use water for my tree, I do a lot of things, and the cost of production per apple is 10 rupees. So the demand is also the same, the supply is also the same, so I get the same price of 10 rupees in return. So maybe a profit margin of 1 or 2 is fine. So this is what is happening in the market. Let's say suppose today the demand is falling, due to some reason the demand is falling and people are able to get only 6 to 7 mangoes, but the supply here is I am supplying the same amount of 10 mangoes. So what should I do? I should reduce the price to 6 rupees or 7 rupees. So what will happen? The cost of production is already 10. If I'm going to sell it at 7, I am at a loss. So now let's take the different scenario. Now the supply has fallen down but the demand has gone high. Let's say people demand 10 to 15 apples, but I have only 10 apples right here. What will happen? People will start betting. They will say that I will give you 15 rupees, give me an apple. He will say no, I will give you 16 rupees, give me an apple. So automatically the price of apple will increase and only the rich will be able to afford, and there will be no equity in the economy. So this is something that you will study in economics, a simple concept of law of demand and supply, but that is something that you have practically in everyday's life. So why I am saying this is because you have to make your preparation also in the same way. You should prepare according to the demand of the question paper. If you are going to read a lot of things and supply a lot of information and things in your answer, you will definitely not get marks, because whatever they are demanding is not whatever you have supplied. So automatically the market crashes and your scores will become very low. This is a simple thing that you can make use of in real life. Everything that you learn will be used in life. It depends on how you see things and how you make things work in life. Learning is actually a very dynamic process, and learning doesn't stop with books. Learning doesn't stop with experiencing only one particular kind of thing. Learning is present everywhere, and try to learn as much as dimensions possible in life, because every different thing that you learn gives you a different perspective about your life as well as yourself. It will make you love more. It will make you love the persons more that are around you. It will make you more empathetic, more compassionate, more lovable, and you will become a good personality. And there is a quote that says that rather than a lot of wealth that you gain, gather a lot of good manners, because that will make you a good person. You can be a wealthy person, but to become a good person is very hard, and books can make you a good person, which is very hard actually. So I think books are really a good asset, and don't have that perspective of why to learn. There's a lot of books. Actually, you have been given a gift of reading books to open your mind and think. That is the biggest gift that UPSC can give you. And try reading books and learning from them. Take it as a enthusiastic behavior from now onwards, and don't be tired, don't be drowsy. Always feel very good to learn something new every day. Always have that inner spirit in yourself to learn something new every day. That will definitely take you to good heights one day. Maybe not in wealth wise, but maybe in character you will be there. And when character comes, it is said that everything will come. So this is the first step of your process to build a character, and that is going to help you in a long life. Maybe not in job, but as a person throughout your life, you will learn a lot of things, you will gather a lot of friends, and you will also have a very calm, composed life. And for that, books can be a great game changer in your life. So try learning more and keep aspiring, keep learning. And I hope this video makes sense and it helps in your preparation. I will meet you in another video of mine or another personality hack of Sunday. Until then, keep preparing, keep trying, don't lose hope, keep preparing. That's it all from my side for today.